If your mind keeps playing the same thought on repeat, and no matter how much you try to push it away, it just comes back, you're not broken and you're not alone. Intrusive thoughts are often a sign that your nervous system is stuck in a stress loop. And here's the good news: we don't have to fight the thoughts directly. We can work through the body, release the tension that's keeping your system on high alert, and give your brain the signal it's safe to rest. Let's begin. Close your mouth and make slow, deliberate circles with your tongue along your teeth, exploring both the upper and lower rows in both directions. This simple movement engages the tongue's deep connection to the vagus nerve through the hypoglossal nerve, stimulating parasympathetic activity and sending calming signals from the brainstem to the rest of the body. By mobilizing the tongue and jaw, you release chronic tension in the masticatory muscles and trigeminal nerve pathways, which are closely linked to the brain's threat detection systems. This matters because jaw and tongue bracing can keep the nervous system in a subtle state of vigilance, feeding the loop of mental overactivity. When you soften these structures, you interrupt that loop, reduce sensory input associated with danger, and create the neurophysiological conditions for the mind to shift out of repetitive, intrusive thinking. And now, allow yourself to integrate for about 35 seconds. Interlace your fingers and begin a steady rhythmic tapping over your sternum. This area is located above the thymus gland and is richly innervated by branches of the vagus nerve, making it a powerful access point for downregulating stress responses. The vibration from tapping stimulates mechanoreceptors in the fascia and underlying bone, which send calming signals to the brain, shifting activity from the amygdala-driven threat circuits toward the prefrontal cortex, where emotional regulation occurs. This rhythmic midline stimulation can help reorient attention away from mental overactivity, synchronize heart-brain communication via the cardiac branch of the vagus, and give the nervous system a clear physical cue that it's safe to disengage from the thought loop. And now, allow yourself to integrate for about 55 seconds. Extend one arm forward with your thumb pointing up and slowly trace a large infinity sign in the air, letting your eyes follow the movement. This exercise engages smooth pursued eye movements, which are controlled by brain regions that communicate closely with the vestibular system and midbrain orientation centers. By combining coordinated arm motion with visual tracking, you activate cross-hemispheric communication through the corpus callosum, encouraging neural integration between the left and right hemispheres. This matters because repetitive, distressing thinking is often linked to overactivation of certain cortical networks without enough crosstalk to balance them. The infinity pattern gently disrupts that dominance, reorients the visual and spatial systems, and helps shift the nervous system from hyperfocused mental looping toward a more balanced embodied state. And now, allow yourself to switch sides. And now, allow yourself to integrate for about 55 seconds. Through your mouth only, inhale into your belly, then take a second inhale into your chest and release it all in a long exhale. This layered breathing pattern expands both the lower and upper portions of the lungs, stimulating the diaphragm and intercostal muscles while activating stretch receptors that signal safety to the brain via the vagus nerve. Euphoric breathing works on two levels. Physiological, it interrupts shallow stress pattern breathing that keeps the body in threat readiness. Neurologically, it engages brainstem respiratory centers that influence emotional state, creating a rapid downshift from mental overactivity to a calmer, more regulated state. And now, allow yourself to integrate for about 50 seconds. let's move into a gentle neck roll. Start with your chin resting on your chest, spending about 5 to 10 seconds in each position, then slowly roll your head to the right, letting it drift back, over to the left, and return to the chest before reversing the motion. Intrusive thoughts often keep the neck and upper spine locked in subtle bracing, as if your body is still preparing to respond to a threat. That constant muscle tension sends a steady stream of danger signals to the brain, which can fuel the very mental loops you're trying to escape. By moving slowly through the full range of motion, you release these bracing patterns, calm the sensory feedback into the brain's threat detection centers, and give your nervous system a physical cue that it's safe to let go, making it much easier for the mind to unhook from repetitive intrusive thinking. And now, allow yourself to integrate for about 55 seconds. And now start brushing your arms from shoulders down to the wrists and fingers. This kind of self-touch activates the skin's C-tactile fibers, which are tuned for a slow, gentle contact and send signals to the brain that reduce amygdala activity and boost parasympathetic regulation. For intrusive thoughts, the repetitive, predictable sensation works like a sensory anchor, drawing attention from the loop in your head and into the body. It reassures the nervous system through real-time, felt safety, softens physiological tension, and creates the conditions for the mind to release its grip on repetitive thinking. And now, allow yourself to fully relax. Intrusive thoughts don't define you, and you don't have to wrestle them into silence. When you work with your body, you give your nervous system the safety it needs to stop fueling the mental loops. Every time you shift your state from tension to regulation, you're teaching your brain a new pattern, one where thoughts can pass through without sticking. Keep practicing these exercises, not to force your mind to be quiet, but to create a body that feels safe enough for quiet to arrive on its own. Now tell me, which exercise gave you the biggest shift today? Let me know in the comments.